Most business professionals treat ChatGPT like Google. Type a question, get an answer, and that's it. They are missing features that cut work time in half. Agent mode, CustomGPTs, connectors, custom instructions, Canvas, and more. I've trained thousands of professionals on AI tools, and in the next 20 minutes I walk you through 15 features most people aren't using properly. Let's start with a feature that changes everything. You know how you type the same instructions over and over in every chat? There is a feature that handles this automatically. In the bottom left corner of your screen, click on your name or profile picture. From the menu that pops up, click Personalization. First, toggle on the Enable Customization. Now, most gurus will tell you to add what you do, what you sell, or who your clients are. Well, I won't. ChatGPT works for general use, not just business. Your custom instructions need to fit every situation. So, copy the instructions you see on your screen. We are essentially telling the AI how to write, what words to use, what to avoid, and how answers should sound. ChatGPT will remember these every time you start a new conversation. You can also find these instructions in the pinned comment below, so you can easily copy and paste them. Nickname doesn't matter. Just type your name. Next, occupation. If you have one clear role, then add it. If you wear multiple hats like I do, learning designer and content creator, then leave it blank. ChatGPT pulls better responses without conflicting role information. Same for the more about you. Leave it blank. Before you hit save, here is what else you need to do. Still on the Personalization tab, scroll down until you see the Memories area. This option tells ChatGPT to consider your earlier chats before replying. It can make responses more personalized and relevant by pulling in useful details. However, it might also grab not so helpful context from old conversations, which might confuse the AI. So, if you click the Manage button, you'll probably find some saved memories that are totally useless. Toggle both options off. You get better control over your data, and you avoid feeding ChatGPT random stuff it doesn't need. Same with record mode. Leave it off. But if you want ChatGPT to remember specific details, like your company's product names or your writing style, manually tell it to remember this, ensuring that the memory option is turned on. That way, you decide what gets stored, not the algorithm. Finally, make sure that all the options are enabled in the advanced section. Now, click Save and let's move on to the next feature. This one is important if you want to keep your conversations as private as possible. From the menu, click on Data Controls. Make sure Improve the model for everyone and Remote Browser Data are both set to off. Turning them off adds extra privacy protection. And here's a pro tip. If you're handling sensitive information, especially for work, switch to Temporary Chat. To activate Temporary Chat, click this icon in the top right corner. Then type whatever you need. It works like the incognito mode in your browser. Whatever you discuss disappears after you close the window. Just keep in mind these two things. Temporary chats won't use your personalization settings, and you can't revisit the conversation later as temporary chats won't appear in your history panel on the left. Alright, now that we have set everything up, let's talk about how you can actually use ChatGPT. All AI tools work with prompts. A prompt is the command you give to the chatbot, like asking it to generate a draft report from your data or create a recipe for real Italian pizza with pineapple. When it comes to prompting, remember, garbage in, garbage out. A poor prompt will give you poor results. For example, asking write a LinkedIn post about FlowSend and adding a few details about the company will give you a generic, unusable draft. Yes, we specified the task and the app's features, but these aren't enough. So, here is how to structure your prompt. What expert role would you like the chatbot to assume? What do you want it to generate? Who are you? What are you doing? Give as much information as possible, highlighting crucial details. For whom should ChatGPT write? Who will read it? Define your audience. Provide a sample or a reference for the AI to follow. Define the tone and style for the generated response. I've already made a dedicated video on how to prompt ChatGPT effectively, so I won't go into details now. But if you want an updated version, let me know in the comments below. Always remember, the first output from ChatGPT will probably be terrible. Don't accept it, review it, give feedback, request revisions. The more specific you get, the better the AI understands you. And here is something most people don't know. If you spot a paragraph or a phrase that misses the mark, you can highlight that part of the text. This triggers an Ask ChatGPT button to pop up. Hit that button and you can request tweaks just for that part. It pulls context from your selection, so you refine this specific part faster and easier. And there is also the retry button, which is extremely underutilized. This instructs the AI to generate an alternative response while considering the conversation's context. For example, I use it when writing emails or training content, and I want a rephrased response. Most people I know use ChatGPT in isolation, but did you know that you can link it to your whole workflow? You can authorize it to access your Gmail, Google Calendar and Google Drive, so you have it pull data from those apps automatically. Setting things up is super easy. Click your profile name. Go to Settings and look for Apps and Connectors. Then authorize ChatGPT to access these apps you want. You don't need to connect all of these, just the ones you want to. Once connected, ChatGPT pulls relevant information from these apps automatically when you need it. You don't have to toggle anything on, it just works. For instance, I'll ask it to search through my last 2 weeks' emails and find any pending tasks I have to complete. Maybe I wanted to extract data from a Google Drive folder. No need to specify the folder. I'm just asking the question and boom, here's the answer. I honestly love how much this one single feature has improved my productivity. Did you know that ChatGPT can read the content of your uploaded images? This can save you a massive amount of time. Think about it, you just finished a strategy meeting. You can snap a photo of that messy whiteboard, upload it and ask ChatGPT to summarize the key action terms from this meeting. Here is how. Click on the plus icon next to the prompt field. Then select Add Photos and Files. Click it and upload the image you want to be transcribed. I do this all the time with handwritten notes. I also use it to analyze charts, pull text from screenshots, or even get feedback on my YouTube video thumbnails. But ChatGPT doesn't just work with existing images, it can generate new ones as well. You can create visuals from cartoon-style graphics to photorealistic images that include text. To create an image, click the plus icon. Then, click Create Image. Next, type your prompt with as many details as possible about what you want it to generate. You can also click here to pick a specific style. Wait for a few seconds to finish, and voila, here it is. But remember to ask for adjustments if needed. Another cool trick is that you can adjust the style of existing images. For example, you can upload a photo and ask the AI to turn it into a coloring page. Get creative. You can make almost anything except images of famous people or copyrighted brands. Remember that. ChatGPT generated images might not match image generation tools like Midjourney, for example, but the quality works well for simple needs. You've probably seen the model drop down on the top of your screen. If you click it, ChatGPT's different models will appear. Most people leave it on autopilot and miss out on better results. Let me break down each one and when to use it. The Instant gives answers right away. It prioritizes speed over depth. Use this for 90% of your daily tasks, such as quick drafts, fast feedback, or exploring ideas. It doesn't use any deep reasoning. Thinking is your problem solver. It takes longer to think deeper, but it provides better answers. Use it when accuracy counts more than speed, such as when analyzing uploaded sales data, debugging a tough Excel formula, or building a detailed strategic plan. You can also choose how much time it spends to think, standard or extended. More time means more accurate results. The auto mode is your default. It picks the best model automatically. For straightforward, easy to answer questions like what's the capital of France or summarize this paragraph, it typically switches to the instant model and answers quickly. For complex prompts requiring deeper analysis, such as analyze this financial report and give me insights, then switches to thinking. There are also legacy modes if you want to use an older ChatGPT version. For simple tasks, Instant works fine, but when stakes are high or you need top accuracy, pick Thinking manually. I'm pretty sure you are not aware of this next feature. ChatGPT has a mode that handles multi-step tasks on its own. The agent mode puts ChatGPT on autopilot. Here is how to turn it on. Go to the Tools menu and then select Agent mode. Now give it any high-level task and ChatGPT will take over and try to complete the task to the best of its abilities. Let's ask it to conduct a needs analysis and then compile a report for us. A window shows up as the agent browses links, synthesizes information and writes content. It is possible to see all the tasks it performed or even take control, though I don't recommend that. Let's wait until it's done. And it did an impressive job. What's even more impressive is that besides creating documents, it can also fill forms, create PowerPoint slides, and Excel spreadsheets. It's a slow process, but also very meticulous. Use agent mode when you need multiple steps completed automatically. Tasks that would take you 5 to 10 separate prompts can be delegated to the agent mode. Note that to use ChatGPT's agent, you need to have a Plus, Pro, or Team subscription. Plus users get 40 agent messages per month, while Pro users get 400. The agent mode shines when you want the AI to work independently. But what if you need to co-write and add your input? That's where the next feature comes in. Let's talk about one of the biggest productivity boosters for work, Canvas mode. Think of Canvas as a shared workspace where you and the AI co-write on the same document. You build it together step by step instead of just getting a final draft. To activate Canvas, click the plus icon. More, and then select Canvas. Now, I'll ask ChatGPT to help me craft a strategic plan for a task I need help with. If it looks like a regular chat, don't worry. Click this button on the top right and you'll switch to the Canvas screen. ChatGPT opens a live editor on the right with the chat on the left. And here's what we asked. Now, I can request changes on the left or edit the document directly. Say I need extra content here. I'll highlight it and ask for tips to drive the conversation. ChatGPT rewrites just that part. Or I can type in some content or tweak a sentence myself. I also want to show you this. When you select a piece of text, this button on the bottom right appears. It offers quick actions like polishing, adjusting reading level, or changing length. Let's ask it to expand this section. Nice, no copying, no pasting, no switching windows. Revisions happen right there. And when you are done, you can obviously export the document in PDF or Word formats. This is for technical teams managing code bases. If you are not coding regularly, skip to the next feature. Codex is a step beyond regular chat. It connects to GitHub and runs code in a sandboxed environment. Give it a task like fix a bug, write a feature, optimize performance, and Codex will handle it. To use it, just select Codex from the left side menu. The biggest difference from regular chat is that Codex understands your entire code base and delivers production-ready code you can ship, not just snippets to copy-paste. And as with agents, to use Codex, you need to be a Plus, Pro, Business, or Enterprise user. Now, if you ever wondered how something works and wanted to learn it step by step, study mode is your go-to. Here, ChatGPT doesn't just give you answer, it teaches you. To activate it, click on the plus icon, and then the Study and Learn option. Now, type what you want to learn about. For example, let's ask it to teach us how to build a financial forecast model in Excel. It explains the concept, shares examples, and quizzes us to check the understanding. Use this for hands-on learning that sticks, especially when you want to build new skills for a job. Probably the most powerful feature of ChatGPT is CustomGPTs. Think of them as tailored versions of ChatGPT built for specific tasks. You can explore and use the CustomGPTs that others have built here on the left-hand sidebar. Trust me, some are really good. I recommend taking some time and experimenting with the various GPTs based on what you want to achieve. For instance, you can try the AI Humanizer in the writing category to help transform your AI-generated text to sound more human. Or maybe the Data Analyst to help you analyze and visualize the data you feed it. There are thousands of those and their quality varies, so make sure to test those that look promising. Of course, if you are a Plus subscriber, you can build your own custom GPT if you want to. No coding needed, I'll show you. In the GPT area, click Create. A new window opens. You can either talk to the GPT builder in plain English and explain what you want to create, and it will handle the rest. Alternatively, if you have good prompting skills, you can click the Configure button and set it up manually. You need to give a name to your GPT and define its custom instructions, which is actually the hardest part. You should also give it a description. Finally, you must upload any knowledge files you want the CustomGPT to utilize along with the custom instructions you added above. You can also pick the model and capabilities, but I recommend leaving those as they are. Once you are finished, click Create and select who can access it. Is it just for you, your colleagues, or do you want to make it available to everyone in the GPT store? Hit Save and voila! Your CustomGPT sits in your sidebar. It uses your instructions and uploaded documents, and you can also share it with your team so everyone can benefit. It's definitely one of the most powerful features of ChatGPT. If you are juggling multiple clients or projects, the Projects feature saves you hours of scrolling. Projects lets you group related chats from your history all in one place. To create a project, look at the left-hand sidebar. You should see a plus new project button. Click that and give your project a name. Now, to move existing chats into a project folder, just click the three dots next to the chat, then move to Project and select the project you want. And here is something cool. You can upload files that all conversations in a project folder can access, while conversations outside this folder ignore those files completely. This works great when you juggle multiple projects. A dedicated folder for each keeps your chats and files organized and easy to find. You just learned 15 features that separate ChatGPT beginners from masters. Most of your competitors are still using ChatGPT like Google. So here is what to do next. Pick 3 features to implement this week. Start with personalization, model selection, and canvas mode. Master those and then come back for the rest. And now you have it. If you want the same breakdown for Gemini, watch this video next. I cover 8 features that turn it into a business powerhouse. Till the next time, see you.